Jan Scruggs is the founder and president of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. He conceived the idea of building the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, the most visited monument in Washington, D.C., receiving around 3 million visitors every year. Serving as president of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund Incorporated, the nonprofit organization responsible for building and maintaining the memorial, Jan spearheaded the fundraising efforts that achieved $8.4 million for the memorial. But we all understand that the best way to honor the Vietnam veteran is to help us honor the vow that we all made to ensure that every new generation of veteran is appreciated and receives the dignity and respect and entitlements that they have earned and they deserve. And that is why the VFW became the first veterans organization to pledge financial support to the Education Center at the Wall. This is in keeping with our long history of supporting the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund and was in fact the first major veterans organization to contribute to building that wall itself. Before the fundraising effort began and when the center was still but a dream, approval to add the center to the National Mall had to win congressional approval. VFW members made thousands of phone calls and sent letters and emails to their elected officials and otherwise helped lobby Congress to gain approval for the project. So we are thrilled for a vision that is about to become reality. It will be a vital part of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial and an invaluable addition to one of our nation's most treasured icons. Not only will the center complement America's memorial to our Vietnam War comrades, it will also provide an educational experience to those who visit the wall annually and will provide fitting testimony and tribute to all who served during Vietnam. Jan's ongoing efforts are a great reflection of his love for his country and for all of those who served in Vietnam. Today, as a result of your generosity, we are happy to present a check in the sum of $58,538.43 to Mr. Scruggs, which brings the total donation from the VFW to $645,103.61 for the Education Center. Please join me in welcoming Jan Scruggs.
Washington is a city of monuments and memorials, but there is one memorial that stands out, that is different from all the others. It's the Vietnam Wall. It is visited by more people than any of the other monuments and memorials. This simple reflection of service and sacrifice has touched us all in the most amazing way for 25 years.
You see this black polished stone that reflects you. You look at the names, you see yourself. You gotta touch the wall. There's no way around it.
I feel my dad's presence there. I feel comfortable and safe.
Like an angel wrapping her wings around all these 58,000 plus men and women.
It brought these troops, 3.5 million of them, back into contact with each other.
As a vet, it's saying this part of my life and this part of America's history will not be forgotten.
The wall to veterans will always be our hallowed ground.
I'm General Barry Mccaffrey. Millions of people can claim a family member who fought in the Vietnam conflict. Patriots who answered our country's call and who protected the values we hold dear. Loyalty, honor, respect, courage, integrity, duty, and service. For those millions of family members, this place is indeed hallowed ground.
This was a couple nights before he was actually killed.
This is my father, Corporal Jose Luis Montes.
He always took up for the underdog. Anytime someone had to step up to the plate, and take responsibility. Rex did it.
I also remember the last time I saw him, we were at the airport, and he was ready to leave, and he hugged me and told me to be a good girl.
He went through a hail of grenades and bullets, reached Eddie Torres, patched him up enough to stop the bleeding. He saved his life.
When you look at all those names, you know there are stories there. You can see the names of fathers and sons, war nurses, the diversity of our country. You've got Irish and Polish, Mexican, Puerto Rican names. And you know that there's much more behind it.
You see that they were once a real person and that they had the same hopes and aspirations that you have. And regrettably, those dreams were cut short.
While those dreams of our loved ones were cut short, we at least have a chance to make sure their memory lives forever. I'm standing on what will someday be, with your help, the entrance to the Education Center at the Wall. It's sponsored by the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund. We're located close to the wall itself on the National Mall. This moving underground facility pays tribute to our veterans and will educate the public about these honorable men and women who gave their lives for their country. Its very existence was inspired by more than 100,000 artifacts that have been left at the wall over the years.
People began to bring offerings of letters and poems and photographs and medals, showed that even though this was a public monument, it was a very private space for these individuals.
Dad, although we only met briefly before you left for Vietnam when I was a baby, I felt like I've known you all my life.
Perhaps your soul will flee on wings of steel into a burning blue where your father sought to free a world of hate and oppression.
But you will always be my hero, and nothing can take that away from us. Thank you for making the ultimate sacrifice for our country and showing me how to stay strong even during the most difficult times. Until we meet again, I love you, buddy. Your son, Mike.
The Vietnam War is the yardstick. It is compared to every other military engagement that this country has been involved in since then. And as such, we need to make sure that their students and the teachers know what the Vietnam War is about.
This is an education process, not to force feed anybody a conclusion about the war, but to educate them on the war.
As you continue through the center, there will be a place where you will see a timeline of the military events. And it's not about the politics of the war. Refighting that battle is for another place, not for this place. This will just show the events that occurred.
The legacy that we pass on to our children and hopefully our grandchildren is that we're no different than any other patriot who served their country.
As you leave the center, you will see on a wall drawings of those who gave their lives in the Revolutionary War, photographs of Americans who've given their lives at Gettysburg, photographs of those who gave their lives at Iwo Jima, Korea, and in Fallujah, in Iraq, and that this will be a very valuable lesson because our nation's freedoms have been purchased at a price.
When I'm gone and my family's gone, we will know that my son will always be there. And people will still be looking at him and learning about him for as long as there's an education center, because I'm very proud of him. And I want his spirit and his memory to live forever.
Future generations must understand what service and sacrifice is all about. So it will be a place that will enhance the Vietnam Wall experience. It will keep it alive for years and years to come. And I hope that all of you will understand the importance of having such a memorial, the importance of connecting it to future generations. So these sacrifices will always be treasured, and these names will never be forgotten.
As it was with the construction of the wall, funds for this project are to be raised from the public at large. That means you and me, our families, our neighbors, our co-workers, our companies. Our goal is to raise $85 million. And together we can do it. Now, we're thankful to the large corporations that have gotten us off to a great start with some very generous contributions. But the success of this project will depend on the thousands of people who take just a few moments to donate 10, 25, 50, however many dollars you feel like you can give to make this dream a reality. Won't you please go to our website to donate online, or you can call 866-990-WALL. Whatever you can give will be greatly appreciated. With your help, the Education Center at the Wall, sponsored by the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, will take its place in the National Mall as a fitting and cherished piece of American history. Thank you.
This will be a unique learning facility. It will be a lasting tribute to all who have served and sacrificed, and existence will be in no small part due to the friendship and the generosity of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, the first organization that gave to build the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. It was back in 1979 when we first began the project. The VFW was the first on board. They've always been an enthusiastic partner. And when I told everyone about the plans for this, everyone vowed to help. VFW members around the country, they told me, would be willing and eager to help raise the money, and they pledged to raise $1 million, and we're definitely going to get there. The VFW has been a great partner for us with the Education Center, just as you were back in 1982. All of us are very grateful for your help, and actually fairly soon we're going to have something really special for your posts. You donate, you'll get an actual piece of granite from the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in 1982 that will be in a nice case, so that'll really be something to be proud of. Last fall, we launched the call for photos to gather the pictures of the more than 58,000 who are on the memorial and to raise awareness for the project. The next phase of the campaign is to reach into the communities, to spread the word, gather photos, raise funds. We launched the grassroots campaign in Texas in April, and just last month, San Antonio Spurs owner Peter Holt pledged to match up to $1 million in gifts from the people of Texas. And the governor of Texas, Rick Perry, along with his former chief of staff, Jay Kimbrough, have put together a network of veterans in Texas. And you know how people are in Texas, they've got to do it right and got to do it bigger than everybody else. But this particular time, they're really doing it first. We are here to let you know that even if you're not from Texas, this is the time to begin organizing on a state-by-state basis and a county-by-county basis. Be greatly appreciated. Go to the website, vvmf.org. We have a staff in Washington that'll help you get a handle on how to get started in your state and to get the photographs, which is a great project. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. Plenty's accomplished already. I want to thank for the continued friendship and support of the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your help.